Penny. I'm seeing little tiny traces of gold. Not much lead or lead shot. Yeah, all I'm seeing is little tiny pieces of gold. I see maybe 5 to 10 little specks on this one. I think we might have to work a little harder. This particular area has been probably mined for a good 150 years. And throughout the times, some people have found a lot of gold, some big strikes have been made. You know, when people hear about a big nugget being found, just like people came to the gold rush in California, a lot of people flock to that area. But it's also people all getting together and having a good time and enjoying a good, healthy, clean activity that they can go out and look for something and, hey, maybe strike it rich. Not bad. I think the biggest frustration of mining is not always finding something, even though you really enjoy doing it. You know, you're constantly striving to find something big and you don't always find it, but you know what, that's part of mining. It's really feast or famine, but as long as you enjoy going out and camping in the outdoors, it makes everything worthwhile. It's not so much how much it's worth, but how much worth it is to have the thrill and excitement of actually finding something and holding it in your hands and saying, hey, this is mine and I found it. I think it's real important that people enjoy activities and things like that because it gives you a chance to get out and do some unusual things and meet a lot of neat people and something you got to show off to some of your friends. That's pretty exciting, you know, when other people see what you're doing and they see that you enjoy it. And I think that kind of reflects on them getting involved in it and what can they do, and they're going to have a lot of fun doing it. So it's a great activity for adults, for kids, for anyone. You know, rather than being stuck in the city all the time, dealing with not such great elements out here, you got nature, you got good friends, and a lot of fun finding the gold and stuff. Anyone can get started in going out and prospecting. You got to read books, you got to look at maps and find out where gold was. And maybe just pick up a gold pan to get started, go out there and see all the thousands of other people that are finding gold and talk to the guys that are out there metal detecting. Most of these people are pretty easygoing and they're always willing to share their information. You know, everyone loves to show off a little bit of gold or some of their little treasures that they find, or whether it's coins or gold. It's all about treasure hunting in a sense. You know, it's all about having the urge to go out and find something and the challenge behind it. This year especially is going to be a great year for gold prospecting because the rains have washed down a lot of material, and believe it or not, even in the middle of the desert here, there's a lot of big flowing rivers through here. The rain's dried up, but it sure has carried a lot of the material into the gullies. Even all over California, people are finding more gold than they've ever found in the past, due that all the rivers are up at flood stages and washing a lot of material down from the gullies and a lot of the bench plasters down into the streams.
When we return, Pat will take us hunting and show off some of his best nuggets.
This looks like a pretty good spot over here. Exposed bedrock with a lot of cracks and crevices in it. This is the kind of stuff I look for. Getting kind of a wavy tone, that's more of an iron tone, not a direct tone. Iron kind of gives you a wavy tone where gold gives you kind of like a direct hit. Like that's a direct hit right here. Squeeze the trigger. That might be a good target right there. It's either a piece of gold or a piece of lead. Let's check it out. picking up my scoop a bit. Oh, that sounds like a good target. Get some of these rocks out of the way. This little tool I'm using is a tool I made myself. I wanted something lightweight that I could swing one-armed, and also have the ability to get in there and dig out the area. This looks really good because I'm down into the broken bedrock. I like to move all the rocks out of the way, give my coil a nice smooth path to go over. So I'll kick out some of the rocks out of it and check it a little bit more here. See if I still hear it. And my iron reading is reading real high, like 70. So I think that's more or less junk. You just got to keep on moving around. There's a lot of trash that you got to dig up when you're looking for gold, but that's part of the thrill and excitement of finding it. These are some of the gold nuggets that I found. All this stuff here, believe it or not, was found probably within a couple of weeks. And I'll tell you, I got real lucky. This is probably one of my favorite gold nuggets that I found. The reason being is it kind of looks like a fist that's holding on to a bunch of blue quartz crystals. I found this piece at only a foot deep. And when I went over with the metal detector, I had a pretty good idea where it was because I was in an area that no one had probably been to in probably 150 years. And these are some of my other pieces. And I also like the real smooth ones, or ones that look kind of like butter. And this is another real nice piece. Real big, but real flat. And I got pieces from the desert, and I've even got a couple of platinum nuggets in here. Platinum nugget looks just like a gold nugget, but it's kind of silverish. But it's just about as heavy as gold. And it's pretty exciting because platinum's even more rare than gold to find it in nature. If someone's interested in getting started in gold mining, the best thing to do is do